Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of MVC ASP.NET Core. In the last video, we have seen how model binding works. In this video, we're going to use the concept of data parsing, and we will solve a real-world problem and create a beautiful UI using the MVC.NET Core and the Razor views. So until now, we have seen how we can parse data using ViewBag and view data and the model binding. Now instead of sending data like that, we'll create an object, a student object, a student model, and then we will use these properties to send data, to create object, a student object, and then use those objects to send the data from the controller to the view. So we have CGPA, I'm ignoring this one as of now, the age and the semester. Age and the semester. So our student model is ready. Now we can create a student object over here in our controller. Student model, student, new. So let's say name equals to ID, CGPA, age, and semester. So ID, student 1, CGPA, yes, 3.5, age equals to 1, and semester equals 10. So now we can pass this student inside our view using the model binding concept. Now student is a student model. Now we can access this student over here using the model. So instead of view back, we'll use the model. So since model is now an object, and these are the properties inside this object, we can access them using the dot operator. So this model.name, model.id, we have model.cgpa, and this one is model.age, semester model.semester. So we can run our project again. So let's reload. Okay, so I have misspelled the semester over here. This one is semester. Okay. So let's run it. So as you can see, the student ID, CGPA name, and semester is visible over here. We can use, or we can pass many students like that, like an array of students. So I'll create a list of students, data list, and the type will be student model. So I'll use a for loop I equals 1, I less than equals 10. I'll create 10 random students. So we can write data dot, we'll keep adding the students inside our list, the data. So we'll create new student and it will be random every time. So we'll place name as, we can write it student plus I. The ID, we can keep it as I only. Okay, so our string is, we can place it like that, I plus. Then we have CGPA. So as of now, I'll just keeping the CGPA same for everyone for just easy understanding. We can make it a random as well if we want. So for that, we have to declare a random variable, new random, and using that random we can, so using this random variable, now we can create some random numbers. So first of all, we can take the CGP as the minimum value is 2 and the maximum value. So we'll take the CGP as between 2 to 4. Plus we can add some double with it. So the number will be random, a random float. So the number of the random floating number, which is between 2.4 to from 2 to 4, and the age, you can also take the age as a random. So random next integer, let's say 20, or let's say 18 to 25. Can also belong to this, so we can express it. And then we have semester, we can also make the semester as random from next integer. So I'll take the semester as 4 to 12. And now our data is ready. So instead of this student only, now we can pass this list, the data. So since the data is a list right now, and to work with this list, we'll use a for loop over here, for off or for each. So we can iterate through the model, and using that we'll just show our data. So let's take a iterate student list. I'll create a table. So the T head, there will be these properties: name, ID, CGPA, age, semester. So this one is name, ID, CGPA, and then we have the age and the semester. So this is our column head, and now we will write our body. So we are receiving a list from here. So to access this, we can use the model, and this model will contain the whole list items. So if we iterate through this model, we can get the each student, we can get each student data. So for this, I'll write a follow for each. So this will be dynamic item in model. So now I will be able to access each student from that model. Now what I want to do is show each student data inside our table. So for this, we can write that item dot name. Now when we are writing any C# code inside HTML tags, we know we have to use that @ tag. So similarly, we can write item dot id. We can do item dot cgpa. Can write item dot age and item dot semester. Now this is almost ready. We can run our project again and see if it's working or not. So I'm launching my project again. Let's visit the site below. Here you can see I've got the data inside the table. So these are all the random data that's coming from this controller and this list. So we know that C# MVC.NET have .NET Core. In our first video, we have discussed about it that it contains the Bootstrap library by default. So we can use the library for the table for a good looking table. So it's table and table border. So if we run our project again, we'll be able to see that our table is well formatted and it has a very good look. So as you can see, all the data is here. This is the random variables that we took, and this is the random CGPS. We can format it more if we want, but this was all from this video. In the next video, we'll work with more exercises and we will try to see more different features. Thanks for watching.